Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading that encompasses much, if not all, of metaphysics. We focus on tarot because, having done tarot for over 20 years, I have come to the realization that tarot doesn't predict anything. What it does is focus on you, the individual. Tarot is the science of potential. It's very important because you may have a dozen people confront the same exact situation. And that group of 12 is going to break up into smaller groups, people reacting to the situation differently. So what the tarot does is, in this reading, and you only see 4 tarot cards, the one in the middle is the oracle card. It kind of sets the mood for the reading. I really have designed this to be super clean, clear, precise, and direct. I'm not talking about unicorns, not talking about rainbows, none of that baloney. I am talking about on the ground, your boots. This is the kind of mentality that we need today, because we are confronting, by almost any historical standard you wish to measure it by, we're confronting a very tricky, difficult, threatening time in humanity. We literally can wipe ourselves out. Could be atomic war, could be pollution. That reminds me, everybody in the United States that I'm aware of, and probably in Canada too, we got that writing in the skies, those chemtrails. None of the politicians, mayors, governors, representatives, senators, president, nobody's saying a damn thing about them. And yet we do know from the evidence that we've obtained, part of the mixture that they're spreading in our skies not only blocks out the sun, which kills all life on planet, because the planet is based on solar energy. So that means no food, no people, just what they want. And you add to that, the chemtrails also have all kinds of chemicals. So when they hit the ground, they change the soil pH. Healthy soil should be acidic. These heavy metals that are being chemtrailed over us, outside of blocking out the sun, are poisoning the land because they're making the land more alkaline. We don't want that. In fact, I caught a report, a geologist, I think he was, Northern California, beautiful part of the state of California, one of the few left, says they have noticed over the past half year or so, since these chemtrails have begun, that the soil there is alkalizing, which means plants are dying, you can't grow food, and if you do, it's really shitty quality because soil is losing its acidity. So we got the atomic bombs, we have them poisoning us on every level, including when they can, making sure that they stick us with something, if you get my meaning. And of course, there's always the robots. This artificial intelligence stuff, I think, is a scam. However, it is a great excuse to get us to surrender to our new God, and that's technology. And people are ready to do it. Oh man, they just, oh man, it's so much fun. How many businesses are talking about AI? You know, the AI now can fill out your resume, can write for you. You want to write a novel, it can write for you. Music, it can do that. And from all the reports in those different categories, the AI seems to dumb us down. One, we give up on thinking for ourselves, big mistake, and it's certainly not going to help you if you want to manifest, because you have to think for yourself. But two, it's oatmeal bullshit. I've noticed, I've been in radio for more than 50 years, so I have a pretty good idea. I'm on commercials. Commercials these days are generally stupid. Oh, one or two will stand up, and for the most part, they're stupid. There is this gradual dumbing down of America. And it's not just the imagination. They took a look at graduates from last year, and 60% had trouble reading, writing, and doing arithmetic. So what the hell are you going to school for? You know what you're going to school for? To get in debt so they can control you because you're in debt. Right out of the box. Man, you owe them money, lots of money. And then, of course, if you can afford a house, you're in debt even more. Oh, it's a great scam, and we're buying it hook, line, and sinker, except for you. That's why you're here. It's not for me to be negative. It's for me to be honest. Very important. Honest. So that you know what the lay of the land is, so to speak. You know where to place your feet to maintain your balance. Try to walk through the woods on a trail in the woods with your eyes closed. You ain't going to get very far. Well, that's what life is like today, except for people like you. You're here today because you want to know, okay, let me see the picture. It may not always be pretty. That doesn't make any difference. I got to know what the picture is. I got to see it. I don't know if I can avoid the landmines, all of them, but maybe I can sidestep a few. And who knows? Maybe do even better than that. That's why you're here. And thank you for it. Please like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Very important. More important these days, believe it or not, on the internet than ever before, because, man, they're just finding sneaky ways to shut you down. I haven't been in a few months, but you never know. I could tell the truth again, and ooh, you're off. So like, subscribe, share. Thanks very much. Now, let's get to your manifesting. Let's use tarot as this frequency that you want to focus on. And that's one of the things why I keep things simple here. That's one of the things I want to do with you. Keep things simple. Keep things basic so that you have a clear understanding. I mean, I've done astrology and numerology for more than 50 years. The problem with, those are both, by the way, the science of cycles, tarot, the science of potential, right? Okay, so we understand. They work together. And one of the things that I found about astrology is that astrologers are very egotistical little shits. They got to tell you about all the different aspects because I want to show you how smart I am and how much I know. So I'm going to throw all this jargon at you. You're going to get lost. I'm going to throw so much at you. You're not going to make heads or tails out of it. And I've done my job. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here for my ego. I'm here to inspire you. Simple, clean start. You're going to know what the energy is, what the frequency is by the time we're done with the reading. So let's get to it. The Oracle card is Thinker. Not a lot of that going on these days. In fact, there really hasn't been a lot going on in that regard for a long time, which is why we're in the shithole we're in. People ignore, it's unpleasant. I don't want to talk about it. It's unpleasant. It doesn't accomplish anything. It's like I said, walking through the forest on that path. You close your eyes, you're in trouble. You could walk off a cliff. You could walk into water and drown. You could hit a tree. You could slip and fall and hurt and break something. Open up your eyes. Still going to be tricky. Still going to be a journey. The way you open up your eyes is by thinking. Take a look at the information. Erase the bullshit that you've been told. Look at the information. Take it at face value. Now, start to make decisions. The number on the Thinker card is 44. That's a master number. I'm not even going to mess with it. Stability, 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 stability. You are looking for something that you can believe in, something you can depend on. You want something foundational. Like apparently we found in the pyramids this past week. Although I understand that there was a scientist in 1953 using some other kind of technology found the same thing. They had literally a foundation, I think 8 huge pillars beneath each of the pyramids in Egypt. And these things were monstrous. Was it simply a foundation? Maybe, but it might have been more. It might have been a way to help generate electricity, because these pillars are wrapped with something. They don't have a crystal clear cut picture, but something from 1953 made it all the way up to just this past week, and we're looking at it again. And so what we were told about the pyramids, that they were burial places for the pharaohs, is a lie. Well, let's just say it's bullshit. Isn't it amazing? Even the historians are liars. Government's liars, politicians are liars, doctors are liars, scientists are liars, bankers are liars. I'll just add them to the list. So in 1953, this guy said, hey, there's something there. Nobody paid attention. They said, it's conspiracy theory. Shut up, moron. But we've come to it now, again, differently, freshly, and we go, ooh. If this is right, this changes everything. And that's what thinking does for you. Gray matter matters. Exercise it like a muscle. Meme for today says, until you change your thinking, you're always going to recycle your experiences. You're going to go through the same shit over and over again because you're thinking like a moron. Well, that's the way they told me. Well, they were lying. Now you're beginning to get the truth. Is it uncomfortable? Yeah, sometimes it really is. This last 4 years for me, I'm not a young guy. I'm an old guy. Never in my life. 50 years ago, I could never, ever, ever, ever in my wildest imagination dream that we would be in the toilet that we are now, called civilization. Everything is a lie. You're being manipulated from every different direction, times 100. You're a pawn, and getting to the point where you're not even a pawn anymore. You're a bot, because the robots are going to take over. Yeah, that's upsetting. It doesn't stop you thinking. Gray matter matters. Until you change your thinking, you're just going to go through the same routine every single time. And bitch about it every time, too, by the way. So let's go. All the way to the left, Ten of Swords. This guy is on the ground dead. Stabbed in the back. Swords are thoughts, ideas, data, information. These 10 swords said what I just said. We've been lied to. In everything. In every way. In every way. Now, is he dead? Well, if you look on the card, there's a horizon that's kind of bright. Maybe not exactly. What's going to revive him is to change his thinking, because swords are thoughts, ideas, beliefs. He realizes now, I cannot buy the bullshit anymore. I can't do it. I don't know where I'm going to go next, but I can't do it. And that's the problem. Here we have in reverse the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are our value system. What do you value? Is it just money? Is it just things? A bigger car, bigger house, bigger? How about peace? Would you like to live a peaceful life? How about joy, happiness, friends? How about having real love in your life? Money can't buy any of that. Those are the values. But we've been steered into becoming consumers. And now they don't even need us for that. This guy, though, says, I can see the future, and it's brighter. And that's what you're thinking about. That's what you're hoping. It can be better. Remember, until you change your thinking, you're going to go through the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. And you're becoming aware of that. Especially now with the Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde. We have an eclipse coming up in a few days. We've been, last couple of weeks, eclipse season. Neptune is getting ready to go into Aries. We're getting ready to move. So this Knight of Pentacles is saying, please, please, there's got to be something better out there. Next card over is the Death card. It's in reverse. You know that some part of your life, your thinking, your feelings, something in your life has got to die. Because it's not productive. Not helping you out in any way whatsoever. At all. Maybe you haven't been able to sort that out yet. Because we do have the Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, eclipse season. That's all going to clear up. And of course, then we got Neptune moving into Aries, and Neptune and Aries don't always fit, so that's going to be a real interesting situation. Neptune is like like clouds. Aries, ram, bull, moving forward. So maybe you're not going to know how to move forward, but you're feeling it in your heart, and you know that in this time period, something in the way you live your life has got to come to an end. Best thing to do is ride out this period till probably 1st of May, middle of May. And that's what the Four of Swords is all about. Again, swords, thoughts, ideas, beliefs. Four of Swords talks about recuperation, a time out. And that's where we're in right now. There is an element where you want to know what's going on behind the scenes. How come the president's not talking about that shit in the air, that they're writing all that chemtrail stuff? How come we're not handling Ukraine the way they said they were going to do? How come we haven't heard more about JFK files? How come we haven't heard more from Doge? How come? All of that is confusing you. But the Neptune going into Aries is going to say, hey, we got to figure this out. But right now, between now and let's say the beginning of May, Four of Swords, just chill, observe, think, because gray matter matters. And it's the gray matter, it's the honest thinking, it's the clear thinking, it's the unbiased thinking that will help you manifest. Really, you got the power, baby. You got the power. Going to be back tomorrow again with another reading. Hope you're here with me, because you are the ones that you make it worthwhile. And you are the ones I'm working for, to inspire. So between now and the next time you and I get together to do tarot, peace and blessings.